Alright everyone, welcome to today's video. I hope you all are doing well and staying blessed. If you guys are new here, my name is Jeremiah and I'm a small cap stock trader. Today is a green day. Fortunately, it is a small green day, but it is a green day nonetheless. And that's always better than red, I suppose. I traded two stocks today, and the first one was SkyQ, which has a float of 3.2 million shares, and it is a U.S. company. It did have news about Sky Quarry positioned its to benefit as Trump administration prioritizes domestic refining capacity. So I saw that and I was like, okay, that sounds decent. And so my first trade was a micro pullback on the 1 minute here, which you guys will see in just a second. So as it dipped here, wasn't the cleanest. I didn't really love it, but I took 8 shares and I was like, you know what? At least I only took 8 shares. That's okay. And I sold it into strength there for 63 cents. So nothing crazy, but not a loss at least. And it turns out that it was the right thing to sell it because that ended up being a false breakout there, as you guys can see. So I do end up taking one more trade here. And I believe I was going for first candle to make a new high on the 10-second chart. I did say I will take 10-second setups, and this looked like it was going to pull away here. We had a really bullish candle here, and it looked like it was closing green as well. So I was thinking about all of that, and we do end up getting a little bit of resolution here, but as we seem to be sort of struggling, I take profit shortly after. Dips down there for a second, and I'm like, I'll give it a second. Looks like a tiny dip, no big deal. So I hold it for a second, and then as we touch resistance there, and looks like we can't really break, I sell. But we do end up breaking, and it was no big deal because I believe it topped out. I do hop in on a dip here actually, which I sold for what I thought would be a small winner or break even, but it ended up being a loser. So pops up there, then it kind of rejects, and I'm like, okay, well that's not what we want to see. And there, try to get out at 60 when the price is at 60, but I don't get filled there. I get filled at 57, which is okay, I suppose. I got out immediately, so that's fine. And then it squeezes a little bit higher, which is a little frustrating, but ultimately ends up rejecting, and I was fine with that. From that point, SkyQ just ended up selling off, and I didn't take any more trades on it. But the next stock we had pop up was NEXR. I wasn't able to trade this. It popped up at 742, and I missed that whole initial move right there, which I would have traded, certainly. I meant to actually get in if I can find my trade. Not trade, I mean attempted trade. I think I tried to get in here. So as it breaks 3, I remember I waited for it to break 3 because I was like, I don't know if I want to get in at 3. Let's see when I took my entry. I'm thinking, okay, this looks decent. I'm pretty sure I waited for a micro pullback here. I waited for one on the 10-second, I believe. I was looking at that, and I was like, okay, that's not really good. I tried to jump in there. What time did I try to get in? Try to get in at like 4. I don't even know where I would have gotten filled. But 450 nonetheless. About. Maybe could have sold at 5. If I got filled at 450, maybe I would probably be selling for a small winner here. And I double checked. I tried twice. Not that I would have taken an entry there, but I was just making sure, obviously. But definitely some opportunity there. If I got filled at 50, I easily would have taken 30 cents of profit after it was struggling there. But wasn't able to trade this, which was unfortunate. I feel like this may have been the best opportunity of the day, and I feel as though I would have made money on it. But you know what? It is what it is. I'm not going to complain because I'm green today. So the next stock I traded was SNBR. This stock has a float of, let me see, um, 18 million shares, or almost 19, so it's a higher float. I don't really like these topping tails. I probably should not have traded it. And you can argue, yeah, that this wasn't a stock. Yeah, this definitely isn't a stock I probably should have traded, but I didn't end up doing super well on it anyways, so, which makes sense. But it did start pulling away here, and I drew out some daily levels. I'm getting in really high there, actually. I don't know what the setup I took was. Oh, it was a dip off of 3. So I get in there just around 3. It looks like it's holding. I'm expected quicker resolution, and then I was like, I don't like that topping tail. Then I said I'll hold it for this dip and rip, hopefully, or micro pullback. And it's already struggling, and I'm just like, yeah, nah, I'm good. So I take my profit there, and it hits its head a few more times and just sells off from there, I believe. Oh no, it actually goes higher a little bit. But oh, yep. Just I didn't like how slow it was. It wasn't really pulling away, which for my strategy is what I need. And you really could argue that I shouldn't have taken it. It was all like just above 3, which is like the minimum realistically. So probably shouldn't have traded it, but was able to get in and then get out for a tiny bit of profit. And that brought me to up $6.18, I believe, on the day. If I'm doing my math correct. Yes. $6.18. So a small green day, but it's a green day nonetheless. And I'm grateful that it wasn't a red day because there wasn't a lot of opportunity today. Obviously, NEXR, I wasn't able to trade. That stock had a float of, if I didn't already say it, had a flow of 1.3 million shares, and it's an Israeli company with news. I just wasn't able to trade it. It's unfortunate, but at least it's a green day. That's something to be grateful for. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed, and with that, I will see you all in the next one. Peace.